Hey guys, it's me, Victoria. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel.
Louisiana shit.
So today I'm going to be doing a video where I talk about my experience with something in hopes that maybe it helps out someone else out there. So this video is definitely going to be more targeted towards girls. If you are a boy and you happen to stumble upon this video because maybe your girlfriend is interested in getting the laser hair removal and you just kind of want to know what it's all about, you can stay tuned if you'd like. If anyone I know watches this video, may get a little TMI, may get a bit uncomfy, but it's chill. Yeah, it's fine. Pretty much this video is going to be all about laser hair removal, what it's about, my experience with it, why I would recommend it. When I was kind of debating whether I wanted to get laser hair removal or not, I resorted to YouTube and I was kind of stumbling across different videos trying to find people's experiences with it and why people recommended it and just seeing if I think it'd be worth it for me. And a lot of that was actually really useful, but after finishing my full 6 treatments, I kind of wanted to add my own little 2 cents on it and make a video of my own. So anything that I feel like I personally could not find in videos, I kind of wanted to contribute to this topic, and maybe if someone stumbles upon my little irrelevant video, maybe it'll help you guys out if you're debating this. I'm specifically going to be focusing on underarms and Brazilian. If you don't know what those are, underarms, obviously like armpits, everyone knows what those are. Brazilian, okay, let me get a notebook. Okay, so I'm definitely not trying to show you my like hoo-ha. Oh god, that's so awkward because I'm not trying to get flagged and get my channel deleted. So I'm gonna draw. I can't believe this. Hopefully you can kind of like make that out. The 2 types of hair removal that refer to like anywhere involving the genital region are going to be bikini and Brazilian. So bikini is when all the hair is removed from anything that would stick outside of an underwear or a bikini. So like all the hairs that grow alongside the vagina, not actually under a bikini, those are all removed. And then Brazilian is literally everything. So Brazilian is hair removal for like all of this, all the way down along to the crack. Your butt crack. Laser hair removal is kind of a big decision, and I do definitely feel like it's becoming a lot more common these days. You hear of like a ton of girls getting it done, and it's not really that big of a major thing anymore, which is actually really awesome. Growing up, I was always super hairy. I've had boys call me gorilla before if they saw my arms because I had like so much hair here, and this was the age before like you really learn how to shave and all that. I was still super young and I'd have like full-on hairy arms. I have memories of sitting in my room for literally hours when I was really young in elementary school with craft scissors, just slowly cutting off all my arm hair because I wanted to get rid of it and I wanted to be more feminine. It became something I was really insecure about at a young age. Not really so much anymore. When you get to the age where you start shaving, like I'm always really on top of that. I just don't like the feeling of really having body hair on me at all. So I always keep that super maintained. So it's not really an insecurity, but it is a big inconvenience. It takes up a lot of time, just annoying. If you're a girl, you get exactly what I mean. It's just something you'd rather not do. So the past few years, I've been saving a lot of money, working a ton, and I want to start investing in myself more. So I was looking into laser hair removal. Now here's the thing, make sure you are getting a good deal. I kind of wish that I looked into some kind of like full body thing where you pay and you get like your full body done over time. How most places will do it, or maybe all places, it'll be kind of divided into areas of your body. So large areas like lower legs, abdomen, Brazilian, etc. Those are going to be large areas, so you'll be charged the most expensive fee. Then there's medium areas like underarm, what else? I don't know, random things like that. Small area, you can get your nipples done. You can get like things as minor as your fingers, your toes, little stash, woman stash, and that's going to be the least expensive. So this is a big combination. A lot of women do the underarms and the Brazilian, which is what I went ahead with. For any one of these treatments you typically get 6 sessions. So the reason you get 6 sessions is because how it works, you have this laser that kind of zaps the hair follicle through your skin, and it's going to catch your hairs at different phases of growth. So then you kind of have to come back a few times so that you can catch the hairs in those different stages of growth. So that's guaranteed that the follicle is burned out. Laser hair removal is pretty much a permanent hair removal method over time. It's recommended that most people will need more than 6 treatments for it to be permanent, but 6 is kind of the default package. So if you want more, you'd have to go ahead and get another bundle in most cases. Sometimes depending on like your skin type and your hair color, laser hair removal will work better for some people opposed to others. So I actually got very lucky. They told me I was essentially like the perfect candidate for it because in my natural state where I do not have any sort of tan whatsoever, my skin is actually pretty fair and my hair is actually pretty dark. It's a pretty good contrast. My hair on my head is decently dark, a little more lighter than my body hair, but yeah, I always grew super dark brown body hair, so that's perfect for the laser because if your skin is dark, then it's going to catch that as a pigment, but if you have light skin, it's going to go through and find the dark follicle really easily. So yeah, I got really lucky, but they can really make it work for anyone. Let's just talk about the actual treatment itself. So the best way to describe the feeling, and this is kind of going to be what every other person on YouTube has said in any video I've seen, but it is honestly true. It feels like little rubber bands being flung against your skin. So it's little zaps of pain, but they're very instant and literally last a second. There's no sort of lingering pain whatsoever, but it's really painful, like snaps. And depending on the area and how sensitive it is, it'll be more painful than other areas. So I personally found underarms was not that bad. One crazy thing about the procedures is that you will literally smell burning hair. It's so weird, like you will smell the laser burning your hair follicles through your skin. That's crazy. So it's essentially for underarms, you literally just kind of like whatever, they do their thing. Brazilian is where it gets awkward. There is never going to be a time where having all your privates out in the open there for someone, there's never going to be a time where that becomes any less awkward. They leave you in a room with a towel, you like strip down. This is going to vary for like every place, but this is what I had to do. I strip down and then I kind of wait there in a tiny little towel until they come back. Then they start here, they work their way down there. So you literally, oh my god, this is so awkward. Okay, so you keep your legs open and they literally have a laser and they zap, 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 zap. And when they get down here towards the labia and the super sensitive woman parts, it stings so bad, like you literally jump up because it's like, oh man. Okay, and then, oh, this is so TMI. I really hope no one I know is watching this. For the back part, your little derriere, they literally would get me to like hold my knees up to my chest and they literally laser your butthole. I'm so phased. And yeah, I've heard some girls on YouTube say there's appointments where they kind of like bend over doggy style and they literally have to like hold their cheeks open. Mine was not that intense, but they did have me pull my knees up to my chest. I can't really speak for all appointments, but for mine, it was the same girl for my first 4. So although it's still very awkward each time, you do kind of get familiar with them. So mine was like a really sweet older lady, like middle-aged. You could tell it was her profession and she was really passionate about it. My first appointment especially, I was getting so anxious and she could probably tell. She was like, don't worry, I literally see so many naked bodies every day. This is nothing to me. So I just tried to keep in mind that, you know, this is literally like her field, what she does. So me being nude on a table, having my knees up, exposing my freaking whatever, that literally doesn't faze her. One thing that threw me off a bit, and this is why it's really important to pick a reliable place with good reviews. For my last 2 appointments, I had some random girl and it wasn't a big deal. Like, she was still so sweet, but to kind of get my person switched out last minute made me feel that like anxious feeling all over again. Like, okay, so here's another person who's gonna have to like see me nude and like zap my vagina. She was really sweet, but it honestly is kind of disappointing because my first lady, for my first 4 appointments, you could tell it was literally what she was in the salon for, and she was really professional with it. Like, when she did laser on my underarms, she would take a toner or something and she would like take off all my deodorant and like make sure everything was perfectly sanitized. My second lady would literally just go right in there when I had like deodorant on, so obviously it wouldn't have been like as effective. For all my first appointments with my original girl, the second lady I had would be doing people's hair because it was one of those types of salons. My second lady was more so like a hairdresser, so it seems like she didn't really know what she was doing. They kind of like pulled her when they needed her. So that made me kind of disappointed because you're paying a lot for laser hair removal. Again, she was very sweet and I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but definitely did not know exactly what she was doing as much as my first lady. Prices. What I did and what a lot of people recommend is looking at Groupon. There are always a lot of laser hair removal deals and bundles on there. I don't know if I just got scammed or if this is an actual thing, but I paid an extra fee because they said Groupon is an American site, so I had to pay like Canadian conversion fees of some sort, which was super annoying. So mine actually didn't end up being that cheap after all for my large and medium package for the Brazilian and underarms. That was for the 6 appointments for each area. You cannot tan or anything in between, and it's all spaced out within like maybe a month and a half to 2 months for each appointment. It is definitely a lengthy process. Regardless though, it is going to be a pricey investment no matter what. The way I like to look at it and justify it is the fact that it is permanent, and it honestly, it's kind of promoted as improving your quality of life, which might sound cheesy to a lot of people, but I honestly kind of wholeheartedly support it. The way I like to think about it is the fact that shaving as a girl is such a big part of your routine to getting ready. If I'm fully shaved, I feel like I'm literally a smooth goddess who can like take on the world. It just kind of that mindset. I've always been one of those people who always like to be hairless. Even if no one's seeing me, I always stay on top of my shaving just because I like to be in bed and feel like a smooth dolphin. It just makes me feel more feminine, and it's just me. Like, I always put the time towards shaving, and it is so freaking annoying. Oh my god, if you're a girl, you get it. I am one of those people with like thick dark hair. If I shave in the morning, it will literally be back prickly by the end of the day. So shaving has always been a huge annoyance to me. So even just for my underarms and Brazilian, it has been incredible ever since I got them done. Like it was suggested, the 6 treatments did not take my hair off permanently. My underarms, they used to literally grow back within the same day. Now they do not grow back at all. Kind of at the very bottom of my armpits, I will get some hair that grows back very slowly within a few days, but like in the whole general region, I do not get anything. Now, for Brazilian, I'll just draw it super simple. Oh my god, that's so sloppy. Those do not look like legs. So all up here, I won't really grow anything for days. When you get like down here towards the labia, I'll start getting some little ones that like grow in a few days, but it'll be a lot thinner and more sparse than it's ever been before. For the most part, all this up here will be completely bare, and it's not just the fact that the hair doesn't grow back, but it's that you don't get those ingrown hairs and 5 o'clock shadows anymore. That's one of the main reasons I want to get Brazilian, because for me and like my sensitive ass skin, it was always so irritated. If I shaved in, I'd always get those little razor bumps and it would be uncomfortable, and it was like the most annoying place to shave, and it would just get so irritated. So now you don't see hairs growing underneath at all. It's just like a smooth, cute little like, I don't want to say the word. Every few days, I'll just have to do like little touch-ups closer to the more like inner regions. For the most part, the hair is like hardly growing there after 6 appointments, which is literally amazing. It does improve your quality of life, because if I'm going to the beach, I don't have to worry about shaving. If you're trying to get intimate with your man, you don't stop and think, shit, did I shave today? If you are in a long-term relationship, that's kind of something that's like not really a big issue or like on your mind anyway. But for me, as I said earlier, I like to always feel shaved, and I feel like more confident as a woman if I'm just like a hairless little smooth dolphin. I just feel a lot more like confident when I'm hairless. So yeah, man, this is getting super TMI. Before I started, my mindset about this was maybe I will just do the 6 appointments, the initial bundle for every area of my body, and then if it doesn't fully get all the hairs, then like whatever, it's still growing back like slower and more sparse, which is kind of what I initially wanted. But the thing I didn't really realize and consider at the time was that it would grow really scattered and random in different areas, just because of the fact that your hair is getting caught in different stages of growth. So for example, when I was saying with this, like it'll look kind of odd in a few days if I don't shave down there, because this will be bare. One side will kind of have some like shit growing, and then that won't really have anything, and it'll just like look really random and not really natural. In that case, if you don't want like random hair growth for the rest of your life, then I feel like laser hair removal is one of those things where you kind of go all in, or you don't do it at all, because you don't want like random hair growth. So at some point I definitely will go back and get another bundle on those places just to guarantee that the hair is removed for good. What they told me you can do is, for example, I could buy another large bundle for my legs, and then if I had leftover appointments out of the 6, for example, I could transfer those to another large area, like finish off my Brazilian, just to make sure that the hair growth was gone, and you can kind of like pass it over to different areas, if that makes sense. I definitely know down the road I literally want to do my whole body, but that would be thousands of dollars, and I do not want to do that all at once. So my plan as of now is to kind of slowly spread that out for the next few years. Depending on where you live or what kind of climate you have, it's recommended you do it kind of over the fall and winter because, like I said, you cannot really have a tan when you do this. You have to be with your natural skin tone. You need to be as light as possible so that the laser can reach the pigment of the hair follicle through your skin. So yeah, I think over the next few winters, I'm going to slowly do more and more parts of my body. Overall though, it's been amazing and I would recommend it. Definitely make sure you get some place that has good reviews though and that you're super confident about. Like I said, Groupon has amazing deals. I'm glad I did look on Groupon because I probably spent a lot less money than I would at some big name place. Although I was kind of disappointed. I had that whole situation where like the second girl was a hairdresser and she didn't really properly sanitize my underarms before going in. Another thing, for Brazilian, it's kind of guaranteed you get like down around the back to your butthole. Oh, I'm so phased. It's okay, we're all adults. I just don't like saying those words. But my first either appointment or first 2 appointments, they literally only kind of did the front. And I know you guys don't know me in person, but if you did know me in person, you would know I'm super passive and I always bite my tongue. I'm so nervous to ever even just like ask something that's not harmful or rude or abrupt in any way whatsoever. So I was gonna say, like, for my package for Brazilian, you're supposed to go to the back, right? But then in my mind, that kind of translated to me being demanding and being like, laser my asshole, bitch. So yeah, so the first time, or the first 2 times, I don't really remember, I didn't get the laser in like my back region for the Brazilian, which is kind of annoying because that's what you're paying for. And then only as of like the second appointment or the third, she was like, do you want me to do like your like butt crack? And I was like, yeah. Like, shit, I'm paying for that. I didn't actually say that, but I was like, yes, please. I was so shy, I didn't stand up for myself the first 2 times. So that place could have had permanent hair removal, but like, yeah, just kind of annoying. But anyway, I don't want to talk about like my butthole on YouTube. Laser hair removal. If you are a girl watching this and considering it, I hope I touched on a lot of topics. That's essentially everything you need to know. I made a list and I feel like I covered everything. Definitely watch some more YouTube videos if you want some more information because that really made me feel more comfortable going into it. And I definitely want to do my whole body after having my first initial experience with it on my 2 areas. It's so worth it. Just permanent hair removal. It just honestly improves your quality of life because it's something that literally will not ever cross your mind again. I will never think like, oh crap, I have to like shave my like whatever the hell. It's just something you don't have to worry about. It is so worth it. I would definitely recommend it. So yeah, if you're a girl, I hope this video helped you. If you're a guy, maybe watching because you're curious, because maybe a girl you know was getting it and you don't really understand it, I hope this was somewhat informative to you. If you're someone who knows me in person and are just watching this out of interest because you watch my videos and support me, I am so sorry if you know a lot more about me than you wanted to, but it is what it is. We're all adults. This is something that a lot of girls get these days. I wouldn't even consider it really uncommon anymore. So that was just my experience on Brazilian and underarm laser hair removal. Again, I definitely recommend it. And yeah, I really hope this video was helpful to some degree. I have been inactive for a minute. I've just been working a ton, trying to save as much money as I can because I'm going to Europe this summer with my mom. So just kind of in the work grind right now. So it's hard to balance making videos. But it's really fun and I really miss it. So if you like what you saw, please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel. If you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter or anything, I always have that linked down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Louisiana shit. Murder on the beat. Something for y'all to cut up to, you know? Yeah.